Today I finished the calorie counter. So if I can add 2,000 to the budget. To breakfast I can add burger 200. And then if I press calculate, it will tell me the deficit, how many calories I can eat or are left, the amount burnt, and the budget is. I can add one more. So let's say fish 300. So I have 1,500 left. It will do the same for lunch, dinner, snacks. But for exercise, if I add more, let's say I run 300, it will go from 1,500 to 1,800. And it will change here too. And then there's a clear button. So this is the code. This is the budget input. Then there's a field set for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and exercise. And this is the drop down. And there's three buttons. So this is the drop down, this is the budget, and this is the five field sets. So there's add entry, calculate remaining calories, and clear. So it's calorie counter. So we're taking the calorie counter by ID, and then which is right here. And then we select the rest of the budget number input, the entry drop down, the add button, clear button, and output. And here's where we use the three buttons. So add entry button, calorie counter, and clear button. When we click them, they go to these three functions. So first one is add entry. So what add entry will do is it will select the whatever the entry dropdown is, the value of it, which will select each field set, because if you look here, the value is the same as the field set ID. And the input container, which is a class that the div inside the field set has. So by that we can add the HTML using JavaScript into the website. So what this will is basically is when you add entry, it shows this, and we do that by inserting whatever we're targeting, insert adjacent HTML, and then we insert this. Next one is the add event listener to the which we'll call the calculate calories function. So this takes an input of E, and this one will prevent the browser from refreshing, which will delete everything. Error is set to false. So the error is if it's true. If the error is true, it will just return the the function, and it will stop. So we're gonna select each entry. So let's say add more. So if I want to select from X set, I will select both of these. So it's going to select everything from each one. So from breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and exercise. and it will this will turn a list. And here to actually get the values, um, we're gonna call the get calories input from inputs, and then we're gonna pass in this. And this the get calories from inputs function is right here. So what it does is you declare a variable calories, and then since the this returns a list, we can go through the list one by one, and we're selecting only the input type number, which is the calorie amount. If we do text, then we're gonna select the text. So right here, well, it's not gonna show here. If you see here, type number. So we're gonna select this, not this. Okay, so once it gets, we're gonna have the current value is equal to the clean string input string item dot value. So the clean input string is right here, which all it does is there's a plus minus sign or a space. It will just clean the code, and it will just delete them. And then it will check if it's invalid. If it is invalid, then it will just return an error. It will just return nothing. If it's not an error, if it's valid, then it goes here, and then it will convert the current value. Since when you get it from an input, it is a string. You convert it to a number, and then just keep adding to the calories. Once that's over, you just return calories, which will give you the calories for each field set. So if you had like 3 in breakfast, it will return all of them added together. And then after that, all you do is so if the error is true, then it will, since it's changed from here, it will change here and it will stop this function too. Then all you do is add them all together, and that's the consumed calories. And the remaining is the budget minus consumed plus exercise. Then you can tell if it's a surplus or a deficit. If you have no more remaining, then it's so if the remaining is less than 0, then it's surplus. If not, it's a deficit. And then here this is how it's uh, how this is displayed, what this is. So here how we do is after this you remove the hide from the output, so it will show. And the last one is a clear, which all it does is make the input containers, all of them, it will select all of them and it will make them into an array. And then all it does is it will go through each one, each I guess container in the input container, so all of them, and it will just put an empty string in all of them, and then it will hide this. So it will clear and just deletes everything and hides the output.